It's strange how one moment can change everything. Just a few weeks ago, I thought I had the perfect marriage. We laughed, shared dreams, and built a life together. But one evening, after dinner, my wife sat across from me with a look I'll never forget. Guilt etched deep into her face. She started by saying, "I need to tell you something, and it's going to hurt." My heart sank. You never expect those words from the person you trust most. I braced myself as she unraveled the story, piece by piece. The setting, the team-building vacation. It began at a company team-building retreat, 3 days in a beautiful mountain resort. She told me how the days were filled with workshops and activities, but the nights were different. She admitted that she had too much to drink the first night. She said she felt relaxed, even carefree, as her coworkers laughed and shared stories by the bonfire. One coworker in particular seemed to pay her extra attention. Let's call him Mark. The first sign. Mark was charming, she said, but I didn't think much of it at first. But as the night went on, the lines blurred. She said they ended up sitting alone, talking about life and work. His compliments, his laughter, it all made her feel special in a way she hadn't felt in years. The betrayal. The next night, after another round of drinks, things escalated. She said it started as harmless dancing at the karaoke bar, but it didn't stay that way. When the group started to thin out, Mark suggested they take a walk to get some air. She agreed. We walked along the trail near the resort, she told me, her voice shaking. He kissed me, and I didn't stop him. Hearing those words felt like a knife to my chest. She described how one kiss led to another, how they ended up in his room, and how one moment of weakness turned into the worst mistake of her life, the aftermath. I asked her why. How could you let this happen? She broke down, saying she didn't have an answer. She said it wasn't about love or dissatisfaction, just a mix of alcohol, poor judgment, and the thrill of something forbidden. But what hurt the most wasn't just the act itself, it was the fact that she could look me in the eyes every day afterward and pretend nothing had happened. For weeks, she said, she carried the guilt, hoping it would fade, but it only grew heavier. The decision. As she finished her story, she said, "I needed to tell you because I couldn't live with this lie anymore." I sat there in silence, feeling like my entire world had crumbled. The woman I loved, the woman I trusted, had broken something I wasn't sure could ever be fixed. I told her I needed time to process, time to figure out if this marriage could survive. I didn't want to make any decisions in the heat of the moment, but deep down, I wondered if we'd ever truly recover. Reflection and lessons. Infidelity isn't just a betrayal of trust, it's a fracture in the foundation of a relationship. Even now, as I sit here, I'm not sure if we'll make it. What I do know is this: healing, if it's even possible, will take more than just apologies. It'll take honesty, effort, and time, things that feel so fragile when trust has been shattered. To anyone listening to this, I hope you never have to experience this kind of pain. And if you've made a mistake like this, remember, love can only survive with truth. Lies may feel easier, but they destroy everything in their wake. If you've been through something like this, share your story in the comments. Let's talk about healing trust and the hard truths of relationships.